Elias Stone is having a crisis of conscience. He finally got back into Thunderchild, his power armor, the fairly famous Glitter Boy armor that he had stolen from Quebec when he had went AWOL, apparently. And he had a hard time getting out of town. Coalition, as it turns out, doesn't like letting some heavily armed non-coalition thugs, at least, walking around with heavy firepower. Tried to shake someone down, or somebody tried to shake him down when he was summoned in front of Gator. Gator trying to both keep the peace and kind of pull a little bit of the politicking of the area. He hinted at Elias that he knows what's going on and that he has control over the coalition. And Elias, of course, doesn't fully believe him. But as they left to go look to figure out why exactly this figure from Elias's past came back into town, looking for the one that they called Deadshot. And they make their way out of town, back into the swamps. And under the stars, or at least under the heavy canopy in his armor, Elias began to question, is he actually doing the right thing? So, we come back to roll on our chaos factor. It is currently a 7. Let's see if it goes up or down. It's a 5. It's going to go down to a 6. Now let's roll for our next scene. That is a 10. That is over the chaos factor. So the scene's going to progress as we expect. Elias and Cobb wake up in the morning. The gentle calls of the swamp just kind of ringing out a little bit, and they get back to the hunt. So we'll roll here. Yeah. This is what he's good at. This is what he's for. Come on, Cobb, the dog boy. 37. That's under a skill. Let's see. A success. Rolled a 2. Then 2 hours. Hey, Elias. I think I smell something. What you got, Cobb? It smells humanish, but I'm not sure. I think it goes this way. All right. Good work, man. Let's keep going. So we're going to ask a fake question here. Is he actually on the trail? I'm going to say that this is actually fairly unlikely, given this is a swamp, maybe other people out here. Very unlikely. Chaos factor of 6 adds a +1. Very unlikely adds a -2. So it is a +1 on the roll. 4 and a 10, so that's a 15 total. So yes, they are on the trail. And as they start making their way, just let's, you know what? We'll have Elias now roll an electronics, basic electronics, or sensory equipment. That makes more sense. 100 critical failure. Does that mean is the sensory equipment obscured in the swamp? Ooh, 10 and 10, 20, extreme yes. Radar picks up nothing. I don't even have heat signatures out here, but everything's given off a heat signature, Cobb. Are you smelling anything? What you got? I'm not sure. We're going to do a detect ambush for both of them. 65 for Elias, who rolled a 27. And let's see, it's a 55 for Cobb. 29, so they both get it. But is there an ambush out here? I say it's likely. That's 13 plus 1 from the chaos factor is a 14. With a likely, it's a 15. Yeah, they are not alone. God. Hey, do you see that? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I'm not picking up shit on sensors, but oh man, this is a setup. We can continue on this way. Scouts up in the trees. We're being watched. They already know we're here. Difference is, so do we. Oh, Cobb. Go ahead and pull your sidearm, man. I don't think we're going to be walking out of here without somebody saying, spotting us. Yeah. So, very unlikely, but is the focus of their hunt out here. Like part of this ambush. Actually, let's roll a fake question. Does Deadshot have like insurmountable forces out here? No. Let's see. Are they, let's say, a D4 plus 1 worth of people? 12 plus 1, 13. D4 plus 1, 4. Alright, so there's 5 folks with Deadshot. That would be too much for them. Elias is kind of... Okay, well... Sometimes the best way out is through, right? No. You've never been in a fire. No, I haven't. But I've been in a firefight. Does that count? No. All right. He turns on... Elias turns on the built-in speaker, loudspeaker in Thunderchild. And just... Hey, I'll call out to the one called Deadshot. Alien, if you're out here, it's Old Man Thunder. I just come to talk. You understand that I would come well armored, though. If you're out here, give me a sign it's safe to talk. You know what? Is it safe to talk? Is he willing to parley? Yes. Alright, so that's a 13 plus 1, 14, 15 total. So he's willing to parley. Let's roll. Let's roll on the character conversations table. 14, which is business. 96, threatening. Threatening business, business threatening. Okay. You must be the one called Thunder, or Old Man Thunder, huh? You are out here interrupting our business. Deadshot is not with us, but we still have more numbers than you. If we need to call Elian, we will call him. But we want to see some signs of good peace. Why don't you step out of that armor? Can I at least get the name of the one I'm addressing right now? Because, you know, just random trees yelling at me doesn't set my mood right. And a pair of feet land in the swamp. What kind of person is this? Let's roll. I always like the... Let's try the mutation descriptions. 4 armor, 35 environment. Armor environment. A bunch of, well, 3 forms drop suddenly into the water. Just all of them wearing EBA armor. Yes. Okay. So, who are you then? 52. Frightened. And 45. Educated. Oh, does that mean that these are maybe not necessarily all combat? It's an 11 plus 1. 12, so they're not necessarily all combat. First one splashes down. Helmet comes off, and slightly older face, elvish, frailer looking face, long hair that kind of spills out as the helmet suddenly rushes air back in. The pistol in his hand is not being held with a professional touch. And as Elias just kind of watches him up and down, let's get recognized weapon quality 54. He almost failed that, but he didn't. He spots it. It's like he knows in his mind this is not military trained. Well, Deadshot said you might be coming out this way, yeah? So, when we come out here, you interrupt our business, you ask to come and talk to the boss, and you won't step out of your armor. We consider that quite rude. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. That's not going to happen. As you pointed out, you guys have me, by rights, outnumbered. But you understand this armor is an equalizing factor. You recognize it in your bones. You know what a glitter boy does. He does over there too. That guy, I think he may need a lesson or two, but he'll learn soon enough, won't he, if you guys try to draw on us. Bring me to Deadshot. Let me come and talk to him. He and I can step out of our armor and talk separately. Let's see, does this convince them? That's cocked. Come on. Yep. 11 plus 1, 12. Okay. But it's just you two out here. No one else comes with. Alright. That's just us. Nobody followed. Now, secret question. Is he being followed? No. 5. Okay. That's good. So, as this group of 5 start trailing through the swamp, the elf in the front begins to speak quickly in a high, fluting voice. It almost sounds like birdsong at time, with kind of a melodious, almost magical sound. Let's see, does he understand the Elvish? 98. No, he doesn't. As they continue through the swamp, the voices go back and forth, and it's like, oh, fuck. Between the sensors and everything else out here, I can't hear them. Fuck, what are they talking about? Eventually, though, they get back. There's a large camp, completely hidden out here. There's camouflage pulled up over some canisters. The tents themselves look like they are just weeping willows until you're close enough. But the other two stand up. One of them carrying a long rifle. And Elias just kind of looks it up and down because still not the man I'm looking for. Hey, I thought you said Elias was out here. Or, not Elias. I thought you said Ilian was out here. He goes, you wanted to talk to the boss man. I think you need to step out of the armor first. Sorry, sir. That's still not going to happen. What makes you think I'm going to step out of this armor until I know Ilian is actually here? And suddenly there is another voice on the other side. He goes, because he says that I am here. Turns around. Slightly sleeker. The narrower helmet. The gun itself looks a little bit longer, better mounted. Swivel points look cleaner. The fists look like they may have some hidden recessed weapons in them. The fingers are just a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to manipulate heavy weapons. But there is a slightly newer model of the Glitter Boy power armor right in front of him. Hey, Deadshot. It's good to see you again, Alien. He goes, no, it is not. And you know it is not, because you were sent out here by your masters. Yeah, man, the coalition's in town. I need help getting them out. They said you're in the area. I don't know what the Brotherhood was out here for, but Alien, the fuck are you doing out here? They're looking for you. He goes, and that's why they sent their little dog. No offense there. Well, a little offense taken. Yeah. You just looked right at me when you said that. Well, at least that dog is honest. Still kind of racist, man. Hey, Alien. Why don't we talk face to face? Just come out of the armor, pop the helmet, whatever. I don't want us to be thinking that this is going to be some kind of showdown. And I think you know that's exactly what the Coalition wants right now. And you say that you're not out here to do their bidding. You step out of your armor first? Damn. Alien. I'm stepping out of my armor. You sure? Hey, Cobb. It's okay. I'm not stepping out unarmed. I'll have a sidearm with me. But I expect to see the same from you. Of course. So, there's suddenly as the air exchange occurs. The slightly cooler, less humid air rushes out of the Glitter Boy armor. And as the top of it pops open, it swivels up again. And he kind of slides out of an open seat, his feet landing on the ground. He reaches back, pulls that the C-18 Coalition pistol, puts it in a holster, grabs a heavy leather jacket and drapes it back over his armor. So, alright. As the armor closes back up, he goes, look, I've got an alarm on this thing. Nobody's stealing my ride, okay? Your turn. I think let's ask some personality questions of Alien right now. Who is Alien? Let's get to the personality table. Character elements, actions, general appearance, background, conversations, descriptors, motivations, personality. He is a 16, brave, 42, brave, friendly. Okay, what's his motivation? 87, riches, and 6, rich as art. Let's talk about the identity. 74, professional, and 3, adventurous. Kind of liking him right now. Okay. The armor splits slightly differently. It's an easier step out as the legs themselves also pivot open. And for a second, Elias is watching this armor open. He goes, damn, that looks really comfortable. Alien, is that as comfortable as it looks? I haven't seen the new models yet. And as he steps out, we have an idea for who Alien is. Let's get a little bit of an appearance going too, just because why not, right? $38 hair, 13 clean. Well kept haircut, long and at the shoulders, though he keeps it back in a moderate ponytail. Well-rounded face, high cheekbones that kind of come up, and while it makes his jawline look a little narrower than it should, the nose kind of slightly angular and looks like it may have been broken. He has magnificent hair, apparently. And as he steps out, he shakes his hair out a little bit, pulls the ponytail free so it just rests on his shoulders, and he goes, "You have definitely gotten older, my friend." "Well, so have you, but I'm glad to see that you're still shampooing your hair, man. You know, we always talked about that. Damn, if I didn't want to, like, sometimes just cut your hair off and glue it back to mine." "Yeah, you would have had quite a fight." "Yeah, with a full head of hair." Goes, "You've always been a weird one. Come on, old man Thunder. Let's go for a walk." And as they step out, Cobb goes to make a step, and Elias just raises his hand and goes, "Elian, is my friend going to be safe here?" He goes, "My boys will not do anything to touch him. They like to bark well to keep the other dogs at bay, but they are friendly." He goes, "You're really making this racist towards poor Cobb, man. Like, what's with all the dog metaphors?" He goes, "Well, you were set off your leash. Let's go talk." And as the two of them step further in, we will go to a new scene. So, that scene description, scene summary. Caught in ambush. Meet Elian. Okay. Elian appears to be a venturer who is interested in riches and art. He is brave. So, chaos factor of a 6 goes down to a 5. And now, we rolled a 3. All right, so we're going to an altered scene. Let's find out what the alteration is, huh? Okay. Where is it? Change one element in the expected. Let's use the scene adjustment table, because I'm not sure how this is gonna alter yet. And go. Where are you, scene alteration table? It's the random events. Scene adjustment. There we go. 6. Add an object. The two of them begin to walk out towards the swamps. They're both kind of quiet for a little bit. Elias keeps his hands in his pockets. 9. Cold. 97. Cold warm. Cold warm? What the fuck does that mean? Does this imply there's something magical out here? Yeah, 12, 13, or 12. Yeah, there's something magical out here. Oh. Is it something to do with the crazy we saw earlier? Oh, 15. Yes. Okay. I'm going to hold that in reserve for a moment. The two of them. Elias, what are you doing out here? Well, the short of it is I live out here. I've been making a living as a private investigator. I was hired to come find a little girl. It seemed like a week ago. Needless to say, I kind of got caught up. And expect the dead boys to be rolling through town. We found somebody. Some kid. Came out of Baton Rouge. Apparently they just took over the town. Sent a messenger. Come out to warn us. Too late. Coalition was already here. And apparently the mayor's in on it. And you didn't figure that the coalition would send you after me? I didn't know you're out here in the swamps. Which, speaking of which, what the fuck are you doing out here? Look, this is as far as away as it gets from Quebec. Why are you out here? Oh, well, that is an interesting question too, Elias. But you haven't fully answered my question. No, I told you why I'm living out here in Alexandria. That wasn't my question. I said, what are you doing out here? If it is your job to come and hunt me down for your coalition overlords, why are we just standing here talking? I don't think something's right. More and more something feels off. I think I was set out here to try to murder you or be murdered in the process, limiting the coalition of at least one issue, if not maybe two. And I'm not here to do the coalition's work. I'm trying to protect Alexandria. Why exactly is this city so important to you? If it's so important to you, surely you must kill the infamous Deadshot, yeah? You know what we did to get away from Quebec. No, I know what you think you did. I thought you were freedom fighters. You thought, keep Quebec for Quebecians. Even the coalition wasn't hard enough on us to push out people who aren't from the planet in the first place, but no, you had to go and take it a whole new level, didn't you? That is not the way of it. Quebec is for Quebecians. The Quebec way. Is that how you say it? I don't know right now. But the coalition, they are not from Quebec. These monsters, the demons, they're not from Quebec. But we fight them. Calgary is but one massive hell sink. Everything that comes out of there is bloodied and battered. But even this far south, I can see the taint across our great planet. It's not Quebec for Quebecians. It is Earth for the Earthlings. These things that are out here, they are not from this planet. And I don't know why you would go to great lengths to defend them. Even magic is unnatural. Even these mutants. You've seen them, right? The Psy Stalkers. The ones who catch on flame. The ones who think that they can meld with magic. And yet, here we are, still in a hell of our own making. You know, the Glitterboy armor means something. We are the people who have defended the people. It does not matter if the armor was printed yesterday, or last year, or the last 100 years. We are supposed to be here to protect the people from the things coming from the rifts. And instead we fight petty politics. You say, who can be the better killer? Yeah? Well, maybe the best killers are the ones who are defending their homes. Right? And it does not matter who I'm defending my home from. I don't care how pretty their face may be. It is my home first. Look, I don't care. I'm serious. I'm serious, Elian. I don't care. There was a time I did care, and that's why we fought. We may have a difference of opinion. I don't see an issue with people using magic. Fuck, this planet's fucked up as it is. It may have been ours once. It's not ours anymore. Or at least, it's not only ours. They come out here, they help, they're good people. They just They want to feed their families. They want to make a living. They want to hike a mountain without fear of getting eaten by some flying thing. Those are the people we're defending. I don't care what they look like. I don't care how many arms they have. If people come out here for a good life, who the fuck are you to tell them otherwise? You came this far south for a good life, and look at you. You're hiding out in the swamps. Yeah, I am hiding out in the swamps, but you're the one wearing the collar, my friend. Yeah, you keep saying that. You know, sometimes I wonder if we're still wearing our collars. The ones that had our ranks on them. Because I can't seem to shake it. Every time I get in Thunderchild, I'm reminded of what we did. This is where the difference is, my friend. You keep thinking what we did is a bad thing. It was a horrendous thing. And that's why I left. Hey. When did you leave, Alien? You were enjoying it. You were out there for so long. You fought the Coalition to a standstill. You were happy gunning them down. Why did you leave? Brotherhood couldn't have been enough. Because Brotherhood was everything. But then they grew soft. And me, I don't think you understand. After you left, they came down on us hard. They came down on everyone in our squadron hard. Have you known the term decimation? Do you know where it comes from? I don't know. It just means to wipe out a good number, right? No. To decimate means to reduce by a power of 10. The Earth before the apocalypse, there was a great nation of people called the Romans. And they believed in true punishment. That when soldiers, if one of them deserted, the rest of the squadron lost honor. And within that squadron, 1/10 would be removed by the other 9. They would stone them to death. It would build character. It would keep the squad together. Death before dishonor. And you dishonored us. You fled. And you kept the glittering armor that's supposed to mark you as a hero, but instead you were a coward. When you and the others started to leave, they came down on us hard. High command. They began to punish. We could not appear to seem weak in front of the Coalition. Not after we were preparing to backstab them. You and all the other cowards. You heard us. And another voice. Yeah, well, the great news is, of course, kiddos, he's not the only one who's going to get hurt. And as they turn around, standing out in the swamp, water dripping down and sizzling off of a flaming blade, there is that crazy that they had encountered earlier. Where was his name? Splay. Splay looks up with that maniacal grin, the eyes just underneath the brows. The metallic bumps and grooves almost makes his head look like a underwater mine as it's cut through the hair. There is a ion pistol in one hand. There is a flaming sword in the other. And as the crazy looks up, the water dripping down his face, he goes, "Surprise, boys."